Hello, my name is Amarah Parks. I'm a musician among other things, and today I will be doing another reaction video from Classically Abby, except this time it's going to be on 5 things I will not apologize for. So I didn't do any promotion for my last video about this, and I actually got a great response from just the algorithm, so 300 views for no promotion at all is pretty cool to me. So thank you for supporting the video and asking for more. I'm really excited to do more videos like this because I'm passionate about it. And so if you have any requests or any YouTubers you'd like me to check out and review, definitely leave them in the comments below. I would be looking for conservative Christian YouTubers who might have very strong beliefs and ways of speaking them. So again, just thank you for the support. I'm so excited to get into this a little bit more. And let's get right on into the video.
Hello, Classic Crew, and welcome to today's video where I'm going to be talking about 5 things I won't apologize for as a conservative. Being a conservative in today's day and age, you are constantly in a position where people call you the worst names, try and cancel you, and want you to apologize for everything you believe in. I will not apologize for the beliefs I hold because, here's the thing, they're not wrong, and I don't need to. I don't need to bow down to the mob just because they threaten to hurt me if I don't.
So I do have to agree that during this day and age, specifically in America right now, it is challenging to have conservative views and beliefs because the mainstream is very much not leaning that way. And so it is a real challenge for us to hold our beliefs and to balance how to hold that truth while also being loving towards other people. But it's something that a lot of us are really striving to do, to be loving and yet hold true to our beliefs. So yeah, I definitely agree there are some challenges here. Let's see what she mentions.
First thing I will not apologize for is being pro-life. I have done a few videos on my channel talking about why I'm pro-life and why it is so important, and it is the absolutely most important thing that I fight for. As a woman, I am often told that the fact that I am pro-life means that I have turned against my own sex. I'm told that I am cruel and that I don't understand the struggle that many women go through when they choose abortion. I am told that I should change my opinion and apologize for my views because I am undermining women's health and economic opportunities. I am not cruel. I am not saying these things because I don't understand the struggles that women go through when they're in that position. But what I will say is that I will never apologize for my views.
Abby does go on to elaborate a little bit more about this, but from my perspective, I personally am pro-life, and I think that really the defining thing is where do people believe that life starts or can be ended? And a lot of us do believe that the life starts at conception, and so the only reason we fight this with so much passion is because we truly believe that it is unjust and immoral. Similarly to how a lot of people will fight for Black Lives Matter and stuff like that, because it's really close and dear to their hearts, and they truly believe people's lives are ending because of this. And so that's the reason why people fight the life and choice argument with so much passion, because like for someone like me who does believe it is ending a life, it just absolutely breaks my heart, and it seems like an injustice. So that is why we have this stance, and I know because of the passion that we hold behind it, it can come across as maybe over the top, maybe very emotional and straightforward. But I do believe it's a conversation that needs to be had in a more civil sense to really understand each other. Let's get back to it.
Second thing I won't apologize for is being a champion of marriage. In 2020, loving marriage for everything that it does for society, for men and women, and for children is something that you increasingly have to apologize for. I have gotten comments that say that my whole personality is about being a wife. But let me tell you, I don't care that these people don't get it. And I won't apologize for loving being married and being a proponent of it. Marriage is awesome, and it is so important that we speak about it so more people learn what it is for. Marriage isn't just about announcing your passion for your partner and how much you like them to the world. It's about committing to something bigger than yourself and devoting your life to service of first one person and then the people that you bring into the world, and providing the foundation for real, meaningful community in doing so.
So it is a conversation in religious and non-religious platforms that family is important, and having a healthy family dynamic is so important. And sadly, I feel that there's failure in marriages all across the board, whether religious or non-religious, marriage falls apart, divorces happen, people stop fighting for their marriage. And so it's very understandable that people have such little faith in marriage. But I am blessed to be one person who had experienced a healthy relationship between my father and mother, and to have a healthy relationship with each of my parents. And I believe I am so, so blessed for that, and I understand how rare that is. So I can see firsthand how that shaped me and prepared me for life in such an amazing way, and the importance of the role of the mother and the importance of the role of a father. But at the same time, I totally understand why people doubt it. It's so rare within Christian and non-Christian families. So I think that we all can work on improving the status of family and working on relationships with other people. We all need so much help, I feel.
Is believing in God. I am a religious Jew. I believe in God, no holds barred. And in today's day and age, believing in God is considered by so much of the mainstream to be outdated or to even be the cause of all the hate in the world. But I will never apologize for my faith. I will never apologize for being Jewish. God and religion bring so much good to the world, and the people who then go on to say that it is terrible, we should get rid of it, are the same people who have benefited from its existence in the first place. They have no idea how privileged they are to live in a society that was shaped by our forefathers' faith in God. All of us, every single person alive today, benefits from Judeo-Christian values because that is what our morality is built on. People think it is so easy to reject all religion, but also think they would still be able to keep the Judeo-Christian values that we all benefit from because they think that morality is common sense.
So to a small degree, I do have to disagree with that, because we don't have to apologize for believing in God because we know how real God is as Christians. But we do have a place to apologize for the extreme damage that religion has done on people, the terrible things done in the name of Jesus, and the murders, the killings, the judgment. There's just so much sadness that has come from religion, self-righteousness. I mean, I think we forget that Jesus, he speaks the most against the Pharisees in the Bible. And the Pharisees were the very religious people of the time. And so I think it's so important to keep ourselves in check and to understand that there have been so many terrible things done in the name of God and Jesus, and we have to change that by being different and by loving and trying to exhibit Jesus as he really is, rather than taking him out of context for our own personal gain. But of course, I will not apologize for believing in my Father who sets me free, who gives me peace, life, purpose, joy, all the things that everyone searches for, so desperately long for, because I just know how amazing and good he is, beyond the way that people have portrayed him wrongly in the past.
Number 4 is praising modesty. If you watch my channel, you know that I uphold modesty as a virtue. I hold up modesty as someone who has often struggled with how I think about it and my motivation for it. Not because I don't understand why anyone would choose to dress that way, but specifically because I've struggled with it myself. But I know that it's important enough that it's worth it anyway. People want me to apologize for sharing why it's important to dress modestly, why it's important to respect the people around you, why it's important to respect your own body, and why it's important to understand the power of your sexuality. They want me to stop telling people what to do. But here's the deal. Telling someone what I think and persuading them to make a different choice is different than saying, I want to legally change this so that you have to do what I say.
There's definitely an important distinction there. She is exercising her right of free speech, and also she was specifically speaking to Christians. So there is no way that she's forcing anyone to accept this way of thinking. Of course, she could have gone about it in a different way maybe, but ultimately she didn't do anything harmful, and we have the right to hear that, to move on, ignore it, or take what we like and leave the rest. So she's definitely right in that aspect. I just still wish that she would understand the actual definition of modesty, which goes so far beyond just your clothing. It's your countenance, it's the way you present yourself through your videos. and it's the way that you interact with other people. So I'm sure she exhibits some of that in real everyday life, but definitely in her videos, not as much.
The fifth and last thing I won't apologize for is loving America. I will never apologize for loving this amazing country and everything it stands for. This country was created by men who had a vision for a nation that was a bold step forward, where people had the power and responsibility to achieve great things, build wonders, and strive for lives of dignity and meaning no matter their background. And we've worked to make that vision more and more a reality throughout our history than any nation ever has. From all backgrounds, we've made America e pluribus unum. Out of many, one. We are a country that was founded on true liberal ideals that we should cherish and fulfill, not tear down. I will never apologize for loving my country and being a proud American.
Interestingly, this has been something that I've had to think about a little bit more than usual. I would consider myself patriotic, but I am totally aware that America was not founded perfectly and that we are not perfect. I think the key things to highlight in this is that we ought to be grateful for some of the ability to live and pursuit of happiness and freedoms that we possess here. For example, I actually do study some random topics at times, and recently I have been learning about the situation of North Korea through a YouTuber named Yeonmi Park. Here's her name. You should definitely go watch and follow her. And it's so interesting to get such an honest perspective from someone's life experience living in a society that suppresses emotion and expression and individuality. So it's really interesting to see that side of things. I think that's one of the big things trying to be portrayed here. We shouldn't be apologizing for the fact that we're grateful to have this opportunity of free speech and all of the things that we enjoy here in America, some of the things of which are not allowed in many other countries. So there's that aspect of it. But then there's also the aspect that I've been running into some, which I need to learn more about yet, but the idea that patriotism in and of itself, to the degree of fighting wars to fight for our freedoms, is that a Jesus thing? Like, honestly, conservative Christians, is that something Jesus would do? He would protect the weak, and he would heal the sick and help the poor, but would he actually fight for personal happiness? As a conservative Christian, we are told to, well, we are seeking to sacrifice our own personal will so that we can take on the Lord's will, no matter what that is. And sometimes it does include suffering, and we shouldn't strive for personal fulfillment and happiness beyond our striving for the Lord. So that's obviously coming from a Christian, speaking to Christians, but it's just an interesting thought to have. I am still a patriot. I still appreciate the freedoms that I have, but it's interesting to think about how far you can go to fight and defend and protect those things, honestly, as a Christian. It's really something to ponder, for sure.
And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!
So again, thank you for watching this video. I appreciate you being here so much. If you do have any suggestions for videos you'd like me to react to in the future, please leave them in the comments. I look forward to reading into those and seeing which ones that I might have something to offer as a conservative Christian woman perspective. So I hope you guys all had a happy new year, and God bless you. See you soon. Somewhere over the rainbow, way up high, there's a land that I dreamed of, filled with love and not hate. Hallelujah!